Hey guys, Sean here. Today, Luke and I will be ranking the best Ancient Gear cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I am the Ancient Gear player, I am the best Ancient Gear player on planet Earth. It's just, there's no debate. And Luke is the best person at getting fucked by Ancient Gears.
Yeah, I take those metal dicks on a daily basis by this point. So yeah, I know how to fucking get fucked by them.
Yeah, so here we go. We have some tiers here. We have Reactor dragging these nuts across your face, Ultimate Ancient Gear Gaming, Crowler, I barely know her, Ultimate Pounding Your Girlfriend, and Megaton of Shit. I'm sure you understand. Let's get right into it. Starting off strong here, Ancient Gear Ballista. So this is the only Ancient Gear Link monster. It's a Link 2. It doesn't require Ancient Gear monsters. You can just use any two Earth machines. Search as your Gear Town or any Ancient Gear monster. You can pop a face-up spell or trap you control to make your opponent's monster go down to 0 attack and defense. It makes OTKing really easy. It extends your combos. It is fucking amazing. But I will put it in Ultimate Ancient Gear Gaming because I think there are better cards. Well, I mean, I could definitely put it in top tier because it's really fucking good. You know what? Fuck it. It is one of the best cards. It definitely gave Ancient Gears a shot. So,
It's
yeah.
definitely good for the starting out. Like most of the time when you're going with urgent schedule and shit like that, the whole point and goal is like keeping Ballista in mind. Also the fact that you have a searcher that also pops and like brings down an opponent's monster to 0 attack in an OTK deck is pretty fucking good. So,
And it can search Ancient Gear Box, which can search another card, so technically it's just a +2. It's just really good. You can use it in other decks as well, like Earth Machine uses it. It's just fucking awesome. So yeah, definitely goes in Reactor Dragon with Cross Trace. Alright, Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. Gotta be honest, it is a decent card, but very difficult to summon because you specifically need Ancient Gear Golem. It doesn't have any crazy effects. It just stops your opponent from activating spell traps during the battle phase. If it's destroyed, you can splash some Ancient Gear Golem from your grave. It's not fantastic, but it can be used when you can't get out your big Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. So I'd say Crowler. I hardly know her because it has uses. You know, it's not like pure shit. It has 4,400 attack. That's fucking insane. Doesn't matter what archetype you're playing. That is a big boy.
I tell you what it's good for. It is good for when you use Power of Extravagance and lose all your Chaos Ancient Gear Giants.
fucking true.
That,
Yeah.
that is pretty much it. It's decent. It's fine. But you know, it's 100 less attack. It's not as good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's the ultimate backup.
Exactly. Yeah. It is the plan B of Ancient Gear extra monsters.
All right, Spell Gear. Okay, so basically, you can summon up to 2 Ancient Gear Golems, one from your hand, one from your deck, and then you can't normal summon for the next 2 fucking turns. So like, what the fuck were they thinking? I think you have to control no monsters as well, or like destroy your monsters, some shit like that. It's not a good card. It's a mega ton of shit. It really is. Like, I've never seen anyone fucking play this card, unless you're a bad Ancient Gear player. No offense, but it's really fucking shit.
And there's plenty of those out there, but you wouldn't know because you're the best in the world.
Fucking true. Alright, Ancient Gear Frame. Frame is a good card. You can discard a card to search Poly, or well, search your archetype Poly Ancient Gear Fusion, or to search Ancient Gear Golem. This would be much better if it could search Ultimate Pound as well. But then again, you could also say Ultimate Pound would be better if it was counted as an Ancient Gear Golem. So, you know, it's definitely really good. It has another effect that you never use. If it gets destroyed by card effect, you can special summon Ancient Gear Golem from your hand. That's never really going to happen. But, you know, it's definitely a good card. I'd say it goes in the bottom of Ultimate Ancient Gear Gaming because it searches your, you know, Ancient Gear Fusion. It's an Ancient Gear monster. It's level 4, so it can help you with your Xyz plays. It's just a pretty good card. Maybe we'll put it down as we go along. But I'd say definitely goes, for now, it goes between Ballista and Golem.
But yeah, I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's like deserves that much fucking criticism, you like nepotistic motherfucker. But I think it's really good. The fact that like a card that like discards itself to search, I think is really fucking good. Not only does it give you graveyard advantage when you're overload fusioning and shit like that, but also the amount of fucking times you use this motherfucker through do Garrus.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's fucking essential for your build. So yeah, I definitely think it's pretty high up there.
Something I should mention, by the way, the discard can be very helpful in discarding a card like Ancient Gear Catapult, which will allow you to pop a card you control to summon a token. So that can definitely be helpful. Alright, Ancient Gear Wyvern. This is the Stratos of the deck. Definitely goes in Ultimate Ancient Gear Gaming because it has the Stratos effect where normal summon it, search your thing, but then you can't really extend too much. Obviously, you can search fusion. You can search pieces you need for extending. If you special summon it, you don't have to worry about using up your normal summon. So obviously, it's a great card. It's one of the most important cards in an Ancient Gear deck. It has an annoying restriction where once you activate its effect, you can't set cards for the rest of the turn. So oftentimes you'll like forget to set an imperm, and then you'll summon your wyvern and be like, oh, I can't set my imperm. Fuck. So
that's only for bad Ancient Gear players.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, no, that never happens to you. So I think that's the main thing. Like you need to consider. It's just for bad Ancient Gear players. Like this card can be a problem, but for good Ancient Gear players like yourself, like this is like a good card.
Damn fucking right. Okay, Ancient Gear Megaton Golem. Okay, so it's not like a terrible card, but it kind of is. 3 Ancient Gear monsters for a 3,300 attack monster. It can attack up to a number of times how many Ancient Gear Golems you use as its fusion, which you're never going to use like any, basically. You have to use 2 to attack twice, and you're not going to even run 2 most of the time. If it's destroyed by, or if it leaves the field by battle or card effect, you can bring out Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, which is like pretty cool. It can put your opponent into some weird situations where if they can't beat over it, they have to remove it with a spell trap, and then they force out Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. But at the same time, it's just like, you could definitely ditch this card and be perfectly fine. Sadly, I think Ultimate Pounding Your Girlfriend. Gear Town! Gear Town is fucking great, but it is like, doesn't do much on its own. All it does on its own is it makes you be able to tribute Ancient Gear monsters for 1 last tribute. So, I mean, in certain cases it can help you get out your Golem, and then you can use your Golem with Ancient Gear Fusion to summon from deck. So you know, it has an ability. But if it's destroyed, you can special summon Ancient Gear monster from your deck. So that's super good, but it can miss fucking timing because it's an old ass card. I'd say the bottom of Ultimate Ancient Gear Gaming.
Yeah, I think it was better like before. I think it was in Master Rule 3 or something like that, when like if you replace a field spell with another field spell, like it counts as it getting destroyed, so then you can activate the effect.
Yeah.
Like it was really good to have a Gear Town, then just like activate another Gear Town, the other one's destroyed, then you get to bring out a fucking Ancient Gear monster. That's what makes it really fucking good. But I think like time was not good with this card. Also the fact that, isn't this like, it doesn't really technically count as an Ancient Gear spell?
Yeah, no, you can't. You can only search it with Ballista.
Yeah.
Ballista specifically says search Gear Town.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can use Terraforming. Thank God it's a field spell.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, it's just one of those weird cards. It's good, but not, you know, top tier.
Yeah, I hate fucking cards that like synergize with a deck, but like doesn't count as the right spell.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Okay, Ancient Gear Hunting Hound. So when you normal summon it, you can burn your opponent for 600. Burning is fun. It also has the effect of Fusion Summon. So it has its uses. If you special summon it from deck, then you basically have a free poly. However, it's only level 3, has really low attack, it's kind of awkward. It's not awful, but you really have to make the decision whether to use it or not. Personally, I don't use it, but it's not a bad card. So I think maybe the bottom of Crowler, I barely know her. The burning, like the 600 burn is pretty fun, and you can summon him, burn for 600, fuse with him and another monster to go into your Howitzer, burn for 1,000. You know, that's just 1,600 life points gone already. It's interesting if you're under something like Anti-Spell Fragrance, and there you go, you have a free way to fusion summon. It's definitely not awful, but personally, it's not my favorite.
Yeah, it's not ideal. I see a lot of people playing like Ancient Gear deck profiles and shit like that, but just judging by your build, I think it works perfectly well without it. It's not overly essential. It's fine card, but like, you wouldn't really put it in every fucking Ancient Gear build. It's fine.
And it's kind of difficult to search because it doesn't have like 500 attack or defense, so you can't search it with box. And it's just a little bit awkward. Level 3 doesn't help with your Xyz plays or anything like that. But you know, not the worst. Ancient Gear Catapult. I kind of have to put this with Gear Town because they go hand in hand. Ancient Gear Catapult, if you control no monsters, you can destroy a face-up spell trap you control, and then you can special summon any Ancient Gear monster from deck, ignore summoning conditions. So this is very good. It's the only card that can get out of Ancient Gear Golem. That's very important because you want to use Ancient Gear Fusion to fuse from deck. Also, if you use Ancient Gear Catapult on Gear Town, that's 2 free summons, and that's like the easiest 2-card combo in the fucking game. Only problem is, you can't use it when you control a monster. That comes up sometimes where it's like difficult to use it. However, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to destroy a card you control and then summon a token. So if it's in the graveyard, you can use it, not worrying about if you have any monsters on the field. It's versatile, it's pretty cool, it's very important. You would not be able to play Ancient Gears without this card. But yeah, it is a bit restrictive, a bit weird, but it definitely deserves its place in Ultimate Ancient Gear gaming.
Yeah, and also when Heavy Storm comes back eventually, it won't be as relevant, so you know.
Yeah, there we go.
Just wait for Heavy Storm.
One fucking day. Okay, Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. As much as I want to put it in Reactor Dragon these nuts across your face, it is a good monster, but not the best. I think it goes above Chaos Ancient Gear Giant because you can just quickly special summon it using Gear Town or Catapult. It is a strong 3000 attack monster that can pop a spell or trap when it battles at the end of the damage steps, or even if it gets destroyed, you just pop a card. It's pretty fucking good. On Duel Links, I know I shouldn't be bringing Duel Links stuff, but Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon Beatdown was a strategy and it was very fun. So yeah, I just think it's a good, legitimately good card, and if you use cards like Dugaris or even Limited Removal if you want to go that far, he's just a 6000 attack monster that can just attack. So he's pretty fucking good. Don't have much problem with him.
Yeah, I think it was better when like was it VFT wasn't banned on
100%.
Master Duel, and then you can like have that as like a good like turn 1 Ancient Gear play. It's pretty fucking good. Damn.
Exactly. For Master Duel, you could do a 2-card combo that could get you instant VFD. So you just have Gear Town and Catapult, summon 2 Reactor Dragons from your deck, both level 9, go into VFD, and you just win. And it was really good because Ancient Gears can't go first very well at all. All these cards are made for going second. So it was pretty nice, but even without that, it's still a good beat stick at the very least. So yeah. Oh, and also you can pop your own Gear Town when it attacks, and then summon another one and attack again. So pretty fucking good. Okay, Ancient Gear Reborn. What the fuck were they thinking?
Make a ton of shit.
Yeah, like it's literally the worst monster reborn in the fucking game. If you control no monsters, special summon an Ancient Gear monster from your grave. Doesn't ignore summoning conditions, so you can only summon back like the basic Ancient Gears. Oh, and they gain a 200 attack boost. Now that's awesome.
You know, I wouldn't even compare it to Monster Reborn. It is shit called the Haunted.
It is. Oh man. Oh, but you can use it multiple times because it's a continuous trap.
Ah, who gives a fuck?
Oh, okay. Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Probably my favorite fucking card in the game. It is just like the best boss monster. It is unaffected by spell and traps. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects during the battle phase, which comes up a lot. It can attack all monsters your opponent controls, and it does piercing, of course, and has 4,500 attack. Only problem, it requires 4 Ancient Gear monsters, which is a very steep cost, unless you're using Golem and to fuse from the deck. But otherwise, it's just so strong. It's like Ultimate Control Tyranno on crack. Another thing you can do is use Overload Fusion because it's a dark, the only dark Ancient Gear monster. So it's just fantastic. There's like no problems with it. Well, there is problems with this card, whatever. But I think it's the best Ancient Gear card. It's just so fun to summon it and just kill all your opponent's monsters.
There's only problems if you're a shit Ancient Gear player.
True. Fucking true. And also on a Master Duel, Anaconda exists. You can Overload Fusion, just get out Chaos Ancient Gear Giant, win. Oh, and you can double its attack with cards like Dugaris and even Power Bond. So yeah, 9,000 attack into everything. Pretty fucking good. If you don't win with this, then what the fuck are you doing? Also, it synergizes with Ancient Gear Ballista because you can lower your opponent's monster to 0 attack and then go 4,500 into it. So, pretty good.
Did you mention it can attack multiple monsters?
It can attack multiple monsters. Pretty fucking good. Cross Dimension Duel. You can banish it's a trap card. You can banish an Ancient Gear monster you control for the turn, bring it back during the next turn, and its attack is doubled for the end of the turn. It's not good. I think it has some effect where like your Ancient Gear Golem can't be destroyed, or no, you can banish it from the grave to protect one of your Ancient Gear monsters, or maybe just an Ancient Gear Golem. It's not good. I don't know if it was ever good. Definitely goes and make a ton of shit, but it's funny. Like getting out like a fucking 6,000 attack monster is just hilarious. So yeah, not great. And oh, it doesn't even count as an Ancient Gear card, so you can't even fucking search it.
It's pretty bad. You know, it kind of reminds me of Future Fusion, where it's like on paper it's great, but you know, in practice, not that good.
Yeah, pretty fucking much. Ancient Gear Box. This definitely goes in either Reactor Dragon these nuts across your face or Ultimate Ancient Gear Gaming, because this card is the best extender in the deck. It either gets you your Ancient Gear frame, or can get you like a lot of Earth Machine support like Infinitrax and other stuff like that. So I think, this is tough. I think the top of Ultimate Integer Gaming. This is just the ultimate extender. It's just so good. You can search it off like anything, basically get a +1 from it. It's just so good. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's just really fucking good.
Yeah, I think a card that can go in a lot of other decks, even though it's tied to an archetype, if it's such a good card that you can put it in other decks besides one that's like linked to the archetype, that's a sign of a really fucking powerful card. Like, this isn't just for Ancient Gears, like Earth Machine players use this as well, so that really shows its power. I would think it's in the right spot. It's definitely better than Wyvern. Not as good as Ballista when we're talking about like the best Ancient Gear cards, but I think it is very, very fucking good to have high on the list here.
Ancient Gear Fusion. Now, this is a very strong fusion card. So obviously it's an Ancient Gear card. You can search it. There's like 2 main ways to search it. If you control Ancient Gear Golem, you can fusion something from deck. So it's just like a fucking shit all fusion in that way. It's basically a way you can summon Chaos Ancient Gear Giant very easily. Obviously you can summon other cards, other Ancient Gear monsters with it. So it's just the archetypal polymerization. It's good, but you know, I mean, I don't know if I can call it S tier, but it's definitely like really important, you know? It does what it does. Poly is poly. All your good cards are fusions. You know?
Yeah, you know, it's fine. It's like, it's worse than Shadal Fusion. It's worse than Brand Fusion. It's worse than Fusion Destiny.
Yeah.
It is. It's a fusion card. You can search the fusion card. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
It's searchable. There you go.
What else can you fucking ask for? Okay, Ancient Gear Drill. This is kind of a meme pick. No one fucking plays this card. You can discard a card and then add one spell from your deck to your hand, but you can't activate it the turn you can't activate the spell card you search the turn you activate the Ancient Gear Drill. So I mean, obviously, like, search any spell, that seems awesome, but like, it's just not that good. Not being able to activate it is a real fucking kick in the teeth.
I think just because of the meme and because it's funny, put in Ultimate Pounding Your Girlfriend.
I was gonna say, because it is a tier above these. This is usable.
Yeah.
You can fucking find some funny shit with this.
Exactly.
Not
yeah.
with this shit, man. This is fucking awful.
If the card's playable, you can put in Ultimate Pounding Your Girlfriend. That is the main thing. If it is playable, it can pound your girlfriend.
The number one rule.
That's the number one rule.
Alright, Ancient Gear Fortress. I think that this is either top of Ancient Gear Gaming or bottom of Reactor Dragon These Nuts. Because it literally stops your opponent from being able to respond to your Ancient Gear effects. And it stops your Ancient Gear monsters from being destroyed at the turn they're summoned. So it's just a fantastic Ancient Gear card. The only problem is your opponent can negate this, and if they're a good player, they will negate this before you can use it. Now it is a good bait. It can you know, bait out and negate. It's pretty good. But it is tricky to resolve because your opponents, if they know what this card does, they're never going to let it off. But if your opponent can't negate it, then they can. You can do all your Ancient Gear plays without getting interrupted at all. So it's just fantastic to have. Also, if it's destroyed, you can special summon an Ancient Gear monster from your graveyard or your hand, which is pretty cool. I think it deserves its place. It's really, really good. It makes Ancient Gears like playable. It's just fucking great.
Yeah, there's a reason this card is fucking expensive as shit.
Yeah.
Like, it is good to have protection, and also to be like, be in safe hands from hand traps and stuff like that is never a bad thing. So yeah, definitely it deserves the place where it is.
Ancient Gear Golem. Yikes. Yikes, this card is fucking bad. So obviously it's 3000 attack, does piercing, it's pretty cool. But like, fuck, it can't be special summoned, so you have to cheat it out. It's essential if you want to use Ancient Gear Fusion to summon from deck, but you don't want to have to fucking use it. It's just really hard to get out. Can't really summon it most of the time. It's just, you only run it because it's Ancient Gear Golem. It's cool as fuck, don't get me wrong. Ancient Gear Golem is the best. He's fucking cool as fuck. But like, god damn, he sucks. So I think he belongs in Crowler. I barely know her.
I think it's to the point where it is worse than the Toon version of the card.
Oh no, don't say that.
And if the Toon version is better than the original card, you know you're fucking shit up.
That's fucking depressing. Alright,
yeah, this is the best card in the end.
yeah, just burn for 1000. It's fucking great.
Yep.
Unaffected by card effects. It's like a towers, and you burn for 1000. So in 8 turns you win.
And also, if it's destroyed, you get to bring out a guy.
It's just fucking great. No debate. Alright, Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pound.
as much as it'll be funny to put in ultimate pounding your girlfriend.
It's definitely way better than that.
Yeah.
I'd say it goes about here. Because it has the same issue as Ancient Gear Golem where you cannot special summon it. So you have to cheat it out using Ancient Gear Catapult. But it is an alternate win condition. It can attack 3 times by discarding a machine from your hand. Does piercing, does all the stuff Ancient Gear Golem does. So you can just do 9,000 points of damage. You have to kill a monster first to activate its effect. So sometimes you might be doing less. But if you use cards like Dugaris, boost him up to 6,000. There you go, attack a few times, just win. So it's definitely a good card to run. The only issue is you can't search it with Ancient Gear Frame. But that's like the only issue. So I think it deserves its spot. You could definitely make a deck around this card that's very strong. And you can also use Ancient Gear Fusion with it, because Ancient Gear Fusion counts Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, or Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pound, allowing you to special summon using material from deck. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. You can't go wrong with it. It's just a pretty good card. Also, actually, has a little effect where if it's destroyed, you can add a polymerization and add a Ancient Gear monster from your grave to your hand. However, you need to run polymerization in your deck to resolve the effect. So it's, you know, you're never gonna really resolve it because you're not gonna play poly over Ancient Gear Fusion. But it's an option, you know, it's alright.
It's decent. It's better in theory. When you're building a whole deck around it, it is great. You can like definitely build a whole deck around it. But just throwing in Ancient Gears might need a second thought. So like, it's a very good card. Not too sure if it's in hindsight as good as the other ones, especially when it comes to like looking at Ancient Gear cards. But it is pretty fucking decent.
Okay, one change I do want to make after thinking about it. I think this card definitely deserves to be top tier. It's just, it literally lets you play the game against combo decks. If they can't negate this, you can actually play the fucking game. It's great. The only thing it doesn't protect you from is when you activate Gear Town, it's not an Ancient Gear card, so your opponent can respond to it. But even still, it's just such a good fucking card. So that's what I think anyway. Alright, that's the list. Let us know what you think in the comments. Obviously, I'm the best Ancient Gear player ever, so you cannot debate this tier list. So just comment down below how perfect it is, and call me the Ancient Gear God.
And if you have any arguments, shut the fuck up, you're wrong. So thanks for watching.